Well, good morning, everybody. Hope this video finds everybody doing well. It's a beautiful sunny day here in New Mexico. While it lasts, I got one day when the weather's supposed to be good, and it's today. Fortunately, I got everything done that I needed to do with this 1862 Pocket Police, and hopefully this video will close the chapter on my 1862 Pocket Police. Would have never dreamed I'd have gotten a dozen videos out of you birdie, no less, Pocket Police. But as I mentioned, and as most of you have probably already determined, I did cut a dovetail front sight in it. It's a Remington sight, and I cut it by hand, and it came out perfecto. For those of you that think something like this can't be accomplished by hand, practice at it. That's why I held up that engine head bolt previously and was practicing on cutting a dovetail by hand. Now, this isn't the first time I've cut dovetails. On my flintlock, I cut two dovetails in that, the front sight, the rear sight. On my 1851 ASM, I cut a dovetail and installed a Remington sight in that gun. So this isn't my first attempt. Now, and the reason I say that is because I've acquired the skill sets to cut a perfect dovetail. And I know the camera's not picking it up, but you look at this thing right at the sun and it's perfectly flat and it's perfectly square. I didn't record it. There's enough videos on YouTube showing how to cut dovetails by hand. Duelist 1954, Mike Bellevue's got a really good video on cutting a dovetail by hand. Midway USA's got a really good video on cutting a dovetail by hand. And I get it, you know, you don't want to screw up a $100 plus barrel if you can help it. Fortunately for me, I'll just describe it real quick. The base height of this Remington dovetail sight was actually shallower than what the hole was that was drilled in the top of the barrel from the factory. So I didn't have to file everything down to that hole. I was able to stay above that hole however many thousandths it ended up being. But I got it locked in there real good. The only thing I need to do right now is just put a flat top on the curvature of this, and then I'm going to load her up and get her going. I'm going to turn the camera towards the target. I have a much bigger board just so that I can see where it impacts instead of trying to guess if it hit the 2x4 or anything like that. So let me get set up here, and we'll see if this will absolutely be the last video on this handgun as far as sighting it in is concerned. As I expected, pretty low. I'm going to set the camera off, do some filing, and reload and see if I can't bring that up. So just for the sake of redundancy, 18 grains of my homemade gunpowder with juniper as the charcoal and a number 10 percussion cap and a .385 round ball. Even though my Lyman mold has clearly got stamped .380, it actually casts a .385. So I'm going to take these next 5 shots. I filed down the front sight. Don't think it's enough yet, but we'll see in a moment. So let's take a walk up and see. Well, I did manage to raise it up, and the group looked like it tightened up a little bit. I'm going to go mark those off, get loaded up, file that sight down some more, and turn the camera back on. So just so that we're all aware of what I did when I installed this Remington dovetail sight. We all recognize from previous videos that this gun was really shooting off to the right quite a bit. So I actually, when I drifted this in, I actually moved it a little bit to the right, which would allow me to move the gun over to the left. And as you can see from the first two cylinders, I'm just about there. I'm actually about the thickness of a thumbnail to the right. So I'm gonna get the camera situated, turn it towards the target, take the next 5 shots, and see if I've taken enough down off this front sight yet. It should also be noted that one of these round ball loaded a little hard, and I'm very well aware that I have some lead round balls cast that's got a little bit of tin in it, and I've thought I've called all of it out, but I have not. So if I have one that goes a little wild, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. All right, looks like I had 2 that flew to the right, but I did kind of rush those shots. I'm going to go mark those off. It looks to me I still have some more filing to do on that front sight. Well, as you can tell, the wind's picking up a little bit more. Don't know if I'll make this my last cylinder or not, but just so that, you know, I did drift that dovetail sight just a hair to the right, which should cause me to pivot the gun to the left. Well, it looks like I did come up some more, and it looks like one of the shots went way left. That might have just been me. Let me go up and mark those off. Bid everybody adieu, because I know it gets real annoying trying to talk over the wind. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, guys. Bye. Surprise! Go figure. The wind stopped. Just let everybody know I'm going to take another 5 more shots. I filed the front sight down a little bit more, and I'm not paying any particular attention to the size of my wads. I know previously I thought it was a concern. It's no longer a concern, just simply because when I make my wads, I actually, you know, cut a 7x7 square, dip it in the oil, in the lubricant, in the beeswax, and then I take a rolling pin and I just squeeze out the excess oil. What I've discovered is that I've got some that I have not squeezed out as much oil, and it's actually leaving the felt wad a little bit thicker. So I've got loaded up here, and I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see the gun go off, and then I'll turn the camera on and we'll see where it did print. So as we walk up there, don't forget, if you're looking for felt wads, feel free to visit my Etsy store, Lane Beaver Trading Company, and you'll find some felt wads there available, along with other many fine items. Oh my, I guess I better go have a closer look because I can't see from here where they went. Well, besides that one that's close to the bullseye, everything was still low, and the group is opening up. So at this point, I think I'd better call it quits for the day, clean the gun barrel. That's my excuse. It's a dirty barrel. No, the wind's picking up, and it's just getting a little uncomfortable now. So thanks for watching, and everybody have a great day. But all in all, I think we can see that I'm definitely on the right track. Bye.